And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Just one look back again, and oh boy, it's time to finish this season, and somehow, some way, we've made the playoffs. So we'll take a look at the playoff picture. It does show teams like Kansas City, New England, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Denver, and Buffalo all making, and as Buffalo only lost one game this season. Teams like Cincinnati and Tennessee will be missing it, so Tennessee nothing to play for in this one. While somehow, someway, we ended up getting a playoff berth, as Chicago, I believe, is going to be taking on Green Bay this week. I'll double check that for certain. But yeah, somehow we ended up getting a playoff berth, so we're going to be making it after this game. So hopefully we'll be able to get the win here and kind of start things on a more positive note, as we ended up beating Arizona and then turned around and beat Green Bay before losing the other two divisional games with Minnesota and Chicago. Now it's the Tennessee Titans that we had to face. As we'll take a look at the injury report, the only injury to speak of is going to be Andre Dyson. He is out with a torn calf muscle, so his season is done, as he's still got weeks to recover, so he will be watching the Super Bowl from his bed. As we'll be looking to try and see if we can take advantage of this injury by seeing if we can make some big plays, but lately it's been kind of lacking in the big play department. Steve McNair is going to be the man behind the center, who's going to be trying to see if he can lead his team to one more victory before season's end. And then he's got Eddie George behind him to make the big bruising plays. We'll definitely see if we can do something against that. Then they've got Derek Mason, who's going to be a big target for them in this one, as well as Drew Bennett. They are going to try and do everything they possibly can. Another one to look out for, Tyrone Calico, who's often a sleeper on this team. He is their third option. They've got tight end Aaron Kinney, who's going to be a good one there. Justin Hartwig's going to be center. And then they've got pretty good guards in Benji Olsen and Zach Pillar. Tackles are going to be Brad Hopkins and Fred Miller. On the defensive side of things, Albert Hainsworth takes a spot on the Titans. And then Rain Long is going to be on the other side. And then in the middle, Leonard Little, who's going to be tough to have to run past with Kevin Carter right there next to him. So we might see trouble again in the pass rush. Outside linebacker Keith Bullock is going to be problematic for us, as he is going to be right there in the middle. And then looking at the cornerbacks with Andre Dyson out, they look like they are going to be in a bit of trouble coverage-wise. So hopefully we can take advantage of the slants and out routes and stuff. Tank Williams is going to be in there, and the big Tank is going to be trying to do everything he can at the strong safety position, while Lance Schulters is going to be out there as well. Joe Nidney is going to be kicking today, and then punting will be Craig Hentrich, as that punter is probably one of the better ones in the league. So let's get down to it. Tennessee and Detroit, that is next. We are in Tennessee, so we're going to try our playbook one more time, trying to get to see if this Minnesota playbook is going to fit our style. If not, we'll just have to double back. So let's get into it. The game is going to be next. So we got ourselves a big matchup here against Tennessee. We definitely got to try and see if we can keep momentum in this one, as it's going to be a tough matchup for certain if our offense doesn't go very well. Nashville, Tennessee in Titans Coliseum. The site for this game, it is the last game of the season, and Lions are looking to see if they can recover. 9-6 record, not really where I thought we would be after about 6 or 7 games in the season. We've just fallen off here at the end of the year, and it just seems like it's going to be nothing but problems if we don't get things going. It's going to be a day of the D tackles, as there's some big names on both ends of the line on defense for these teams, as Harrington, is out there with McNair. We're going to call tails this time. Let's see if tails never fails. Probably for me it will. And it's going to be heads. Titans will take the ball, and we're going to kick it. We're going to kick the south end. All right, so here we go. Hanson getting ready to line this one up. So Titans ready to get the kick here as Hanson boots that one pretty good. Nice hanging kick there. Caught inside the 5. And see if I can make a good tackle. I do that time. 21-yard line. Tennessee will take over. So McNair will get ready to call signals and see what he can do in this football game here, as their season will come to an end after this. Single back with George all the way to the right there. See what they're going to do on first down. Short drop here, and that is going to be nearly, whoa, it is picked off. Fernando Bryant's got it, and he's going to be able to get a small return. So Fernando Bryant able to get the tip there. So beautiful, beautiful defensive play there for us, as Fernando Bryant was able to get underneath the ball. That was his man. They overthrew it, and the safety back there was able to make that play. I don't know if it was Brock Marion. I don't think it was, though. But that is going to be an early turnover, and that will definitely help us out for certain. Let's see if we can start things off here. All right, we'll try the roll out here and see if our game plan will work on this one. Let's throw that over the middle. That's going to be Santana Moss, who's been a little quiet here at the last half of the season, maybe the last quarter, as he gets the first catch here on this one. Nice little rollout there. Had plenty of protection and found the open man right there over the middle for an easy catch and grab for a first down. So let's see what we got here. First down, we're going to see what we can do there in the 3-2-5. Really good run defense as Kevin Jones is tripped up. See what we're going to do here on second down. That's going to be a throw over the middle, and Charles Rogers has got his first catch, and that's a touchdown. So Lions able to get the ball on the turnover, and 2 straight plays, and they are in the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As that was beautifully placed right there in the numbers of Charles Rogers. That's going to be 11 yards and a touchdown, as Hanson will line up for the extra point here. Big return there as stiff arm, and he's going to be taken down to the 31-yard line. First down for Tennessee, as drive number 2 is going to get started now. You see Rogers and Harrington over there giving each other props. Good throw, good catch, and a good result. As Chris Brown, the man that made that return, a good stiff arm by him to try and get some room, so he got an extra yard or so out of it. Let's see if we can get Dan Wilkinson back in the backfield there, maybe even Rogers. As they're in I formation, strong to the left. McNair back to pass, he'll throw that short on the in route, and that is caught. It looks like Bennett made that catch. As you see, their numbers from last year, 32 catches, 504 yards for Bennett. As McNair had a 100 rating the previous year, so he was definitely looking good for the most part. All right, big package here. They've got I formation offset to the right, as McNair is going to throw that, and then is a good catch, as he ran out of time but made a nice little throw there. I hate when they do the big packages, because I hate going big packages on defense. I love running the 4-3, sometimes the 3-2-5 when I have it available to me, as that is going to be a handoff, and Eddie George is going to rumble forward 7 yards. McNair I formation here, strong to the right as Mayer goes in motion. And George cuts back the wrong way, but still gets a couple yards. He powered through that one. Single back here for McNair, and they're going to go back to pass. There's a lob there. Bryant hits him, and that is in and out of the hands. And they will not let me have what I would like, a big package, but we're going to use a big package on them. First down, ball to 14, and there's a handoff. Kevin Jones will shuffle his shoulders and get 3 yards there. Tried to fake out some guys, but didn't quite get it. Second down now. As you see the big linebacker, Peter Sermon. He's been making a lot of plays this year. Back to pass on this one. Going to fire that one. Roy Williams spins around, makes the catch, and gets taken down. That's a big gain for a first down. Back to pass on this one. Going to throw that. Williams will get it, and he will challenge for the first down, but not quite get it. As Harrington and McNair compared from last year, definitely a huge difference. As Harrington averaged 180 yards, McNair averaged about 220. They will give it to me this time, so if I can catch that edge, we will have a good gain here. As Jones will get the handoff, and he's going to shuffle past one guy. That is a big first down for Kevin Jones as he made that happen. Let's go ahead and switch things up here. With no huddle. See if we can do that one more time. First and 10 now, 45-yard line. That's going to be a good handoff as Jones able to take that impact. 2nd and 7 now. Rocky Kalmus, one of the guys back there. He's the linebacker in at the moment. As they are pressing. Play action here on this one. Go throw that to the right. And could not handle it. Charles Rogers had to reach low for that one, but could not reel it in. That's going to make it 3rd down. So big packages here defensively in the pass for them. Back to pass here on that one. Going to throw that over the middle. Charles Rogers has got it in a big hit there in the secondary, but he hangs on. First down. We'll go back to pass on this one. See if we can get something here. Harrington. Unable to get out of the pocket in time. That was Hainsworth. Albert Hainsworth got back there just about the time I saw the hole. And it was just a little too late. He was already full steam ahead. So Harrington sacked on this play for 3 yards as Albert Hainsworth just made a good play that time. Trying to switch things up here. As Hainsworth now with 2 tackles, he's got a sack now. Second and 13 here. Harrington back to pass. He's going to find Rogers over the middle. Who's got it? And that's a first down. That'll be about 16 yards. As Rogers makes a nice catch on that one. A little shimmy step there. Nobody was on him. And then linebacker had to make the stop. That was Bullock. Keith Bullock made that one. Might try and see if we can get Roy Williams here on this one. Back to pass here. Going to fire that one to him. He's got it, and he's inside the 10. 1st and goal. And that's going to be how the first quarter is going to end. A huge catch there by the rookie as he reached up and snagged it. Watch this. As Harrington fired that one in there, and he just reached up and put his gloves on it. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Lions lead it, and they are in the red zone. Score 7-0 over the Titans. All right. Back to pass on this one. Tried to fire that one to Kevin Jones, who was short, but Hainsworth got back there again. Oh, man. Albert Hainsworth is our problem today. They only they blitzed, but Hainsworth got past the center, and that was a huge one on that one. That's going to be 2nd and goal now. As on the season, he's got 8 sacks, 66 tackles, 9 tackles for a loss, though. Back to pass on this one. Harrington's going to launch this to the corner, and that is Santana Moss who brings it down. Touchdown, Lions. The safeties were not over on the left-hand side of the field, and he did not roll that way because of the pressure up the middle. And Santana Moss tackled and taken down, so hopefully that's going to stay as a good catch as he was forced out. As Hansen will kick this one through, so no doubt. Detroit now leading it 14-0. So it's been a good game for the Lions so far. 2 drives and they've scored twice. Can't ask for anything more, especially when the defense is causing plays. As good tackle there, ball at the 24-yard line. So Titans have got to try and see what they can do here. As you see the playoff race, Buffalo, Denver, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis are in. New England and Kansas City on the AFC side will get the wild card. It's kind of interesting seeing New England, as good as they were in the 2000s, getting the wild card because of the way the division is, the way the conference is as well. As it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. McNair calling signals. Back to pass here for McNair. He's looking, and that's going to be a good throw right, and he stretched out for that one. Good catch there, as McNair made a good throw. Last season, 3,200 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but he's got no touchdowns and 1 interception today. I formation, 2 tight ends in there, 1 wide out, as they will hand off, and Eddie George can barely get around the corner. He'll get a couple. 3rd and 3. See if they can convert on 3rd down, as McNair is going to get sacked. That was Boss Bailey who came in on the sack, and that was a perfect call. I switched what linebacker I wanted to blitz, and Boss Bailey was the guy that came through. McNair was too focused on who he wanted to throw to and did not see the pressure. Ty Street's on a streak here. He could be a good option if Rodgers is not open. Uh-oh. Oh, there's another sack. As Harrington didn't see options there. As you see, Hainsworth and Long, they've got a good number of sacks on their career, as Long got another one there to add to his totals. Going to roll out to the right here. Uh-oh. Going to lob that one. I hit the wrong button. I wanted to go deep to Williams on that, but that's going to be okay. We'll figure things out here. All right, see what we got. 3rd down, 3rd and 14 here. Going to fire that one deep and over the middle, and that one's in and out of the hands. Try a weak fire zone blitz here. See if we can cause a little confusion in their backfield. I formation strong to the right. McNair looking. Back to pass. He'll throw that right. That is caught. And he's going to go out of bounds there. All right. See what we got here. 2nd down. And they will fake the handoff. That is good throw right there. Good catch. That is going to be a nice 1st down there. 1st and 10 now on the 44-yard line of Detroit, as that's a dump off there. Is there able to make that one happen? So high formation here for Titans. Back to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw that right, and that is in and out of the hands there. Could not catch it. As Bennett was intended for, but just couldn't get it. High formation again. They'll try this one more time as they fake the handoff. And he throws that one and is deflected. Thankfully, I hit the jump button at the right time as Dan Wilkinson got his arms up and knocked that one down. So that drive worked out, and they got the furthest they've been on field position-wise, but just cannot break through to get points, as that is going to be a big kick there. And Johnson might not be able to get much of a return here. As Couldn't quite get anything going that time. Ball will be at the 17-yard line, so let's see what we got here. See if we can get some good blocking on this left-hand side. Gonna toss this out, and there's penetration, so that didn't work out. You see Carter. 57 tackles. He's got 5 tackles for a loss now with that one. Gonna fake the handoff there. Gonna see if we can launch this one deep. That is gonna be caught by the defense, intercepted. As it looks like a route got altered, and Williams was able to get under that one. Harrington threw the football, seeing his guy going on the streak there. So that's the first turnover of the day, as Tank Williams got under that one. I knew Tank was going to be trouble today. As they're going to hand that one off, and George will go nowhere as he's corralled. Try and watch our guys here, see if we can keep things going, and they're going to let it go, the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes for the Titans in some of the best field position they've had all day. So they got to see if they can take advantage and hopefully be able to come out on top with it. Dan Wilkinson now, 46 tackles, 28.5 sacks this year. Definitely video game numbers as they go offset eye. As that is going to be a huge throw, and that is caught. Jeremiah Trotter's got it, so he tries to shimmy past a guy, but that's a pick. Trotter's got another interception. That's 2 for him this year. Jeremiah Trotter playing lurking linebacker as he found him. They tried to throw it to the left, but no good in that aspect. Going to switch things up as Beckham goes in motion to cover a guy. Rogers is going to get it, and he'll get laid out there. 11-yard gain, first down for that man. As we'll switch things up here. Try and see what options we have on first down on this one. As they're going to take off. We're going to take off with Harrington. Why not? As he's going to dive for the first down. Well, no huddle. Why not? Let's see if we can get Kevin Jones involved here. As that is going to be a good handoff there. Jones will get the ball. He'll truck one guy. As he trucked Tank Williams, he said, I'm a tank around here too. You better look out. Back to pass on this one. Uh-oh. Ty Streets could be open, and no. Should have lobbed it. Tried to fire that one because I thought he was further along than he was. I thought he had more of a step on the defender, but he did not, sadly. As I missed a golden opportunity there. You see Hainsworth with a couple of sacks, Bailey with a sack on the day. As it is going to be roll out to the left here. Throw that over the middle. Alexander's got it as he makes a rare catch. Harrington 11 for 15 today. 2 touchdowns and 1 interception at 138 yards. He's been doing really good today, for the most part. As that is going to be an open shot there. Rogers able to get a good gain on that one. That is good job there. We'll call timeout. Back to pass on this one. My one route's covered. Can we get the other one? Yes! Alexander! Boy, he's being a sleeper today as he makes a beautiful catch. Spins around in the back of the end zone and was able to lay that in the breadbasket. As looked like Tank Williams was over there, could not make the adjustment, so it is a touchdown. Detroit now takes a bigger lead, 20-0, with the extra point pending. As Hansen will put that one up between the uprights, up in and good. 7 plays, 60 yards, 1.5 minutes, plus 8. As Alexander makes a huge catch on that one. As that is going to be the end of the half there. Lions leading and leading big. It's been off and on season. They've dominated, and then they've been dominated, and then they've had some close games that should have went our way. The Lions leading this game 21-0 over the Titans as we go to the halftime show to basically see the numbers and how this has gone so far. As you've seen, it's just been all Lions, 21-0, 186 yards for the Lions, 51 yards for the Titans, as the run game has not been as active as it could be. Kevin Jones with 18 yards on the ground so far. Hainsworth with a couple of sacks. Long with a sack, as well as Boss Bailey with a sack. Harrington with 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. McNair has only got 40 yards as his passes have not gone the way that he has wanted them to. As you see, Harrington there makes a huge throw. Rogers, Moss, and Alexander all have catches for touchdowns, as all 3 of them are near or above 20 yards. As you see the good fade in the back corner that landed in the pocket of Moss, and then a nice little run there, as you can see, on a big return. But it's pretty much been all Detroit today, as Detroit has done everything they possibly can. And then the interception there by Take Williams, you would have thought that would have made a difference. But then again, Jeremiah Trotter actually turns around and makes an interception of his own. So 1 turnover for both teams in this game so far. But it's been pretty much Harrington that's been making the big plays, as he is not missed often. He has thrown 17 passes, completed 11, at least the last time I knew. So it's definitely something to see as we look at the halftime hero, and it is going to be Harrington, as he's now 13 for 17, 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he is definitely leading this team right now. We'll have to definitely see about drafting a quarterback to see if we can continue building on this team. We'll be right back with the second half. Or will it? Probably not. So we'll just take it out. It does that every so often, but Bryson runs it out of bounds. As you see, the Lions' possessions, 2 touchdowns, then had the punt. Threw the interception, then got another touchdown. And then we received the punt, but no time to really do anything on that one. So first down for the Lions at the 20-yard line. Let's see if we can get this weak stretch to happen one more time. As we're going to do the handoff there, as that is going to be Kevin Jones getting tracked down. Actually, hold it. Going to go back to pass on this one. Uh-oh. And that is going to be a big loss. Tank Williams came in on the blitz, and that was nothing but bad news. Let's see what's going to be some good options on this one. Back to pass on this one. Going to fire that one to Santana Moss, and he's got it. That's a big first down there. As Schulters had to take that one and make the tackle, but we had 3rd and 21, and we ended up getting about 22-23 on that, as Harrington had just enough time back there, and he fired it. If Schulters didn't make that tackle, that would have been a huge, huge play. As they are now running out of time. Santana Moss, 60 receptions on the year, just shy of 1,000 yards. We may have to try and get him 51 more yards. He's going to go back to pass here. We'll dump that off to Anderson. He's going to get that. That'll be 6 yards as Anderson gets his 3rd catch of the day, as that is the most catches he has had all season. As you look at Harrington's chart, he has completed a lot of passes. He's barely missed, missing only 4 passes today. That is the most he has missed. That is Anderson on the other side. He makes the catch. I'm going to hand this one off as Jones will lunge forward. He'll get some yards there. All right, going to go back to pass here on this one. Going to fire this to a wide open Roy Williams. As their corner just could not keep up that time. That is going to be a first down. Back to pass on this one. Going to throw that left, and Rogers has got another catch, and he lunges for the first down. He's just shy of the sticks there. Try the weak dive one more time, see if Kevin can at least get a yard here. As that's going to be Jones that will go nowhere. Oh, that was a good tackle. Right. Back to pass on this one. Gonna fire that to the right. No, good coverage. As that is going to be a decent kick. Let's see if it makes it. And it will fall short. Didn't get all of it. As Hanson's not the best kicker in the league. As that one just fell short. Put as much into it as I could, and it fell about 3 yards shy. So Titans will take over. First down and 10 at the 38. So single back, 2 tight ends in for the Titans. As McNair looking to see what he can do here, he hands off. And Eddie George is going to carry a big gain there, 9 yards. 2nd and 1 now. As you see, Eddie George has got 10,000 rushing yards in his career now. And as Kennedy goes in motion there. And that's going to be a handoff, and George is going to get... He's going to get by some guys, and he'll be down. Huge run for him, as Eddie George is a good bruising back at times. As linebacker couldn't make the tackle, and Brock Marion had to bring him down, so that's going to be 1st and 10. Going to try and pressure. That's going to be all or nothing here. As you see, he has passed 1,000 yards rushing. We're trying to get another guy past 1,000 yards, and that's going to be a good throw short. As Derek Mason makes the catch. 2nd and 4 now. Just over 2 minutes left in the game, or excuse me, in the 3rd quarter. As George is going to get the handoff, and he will stretch for a first down. Try the weak fire zone blitz here, as you see Jeremiah Trotter with a tackle, 25 on the season, 2 for a loss. As he's been a solid fill for a spot we needed. As that is going to be a good throw and a good truck. As Corey Bird finally makes the tackle. Good night. Derek Mason trying to make some big plays here as he tried to run over the corner. As that was a huge little play there. As you see again, makes the catch. And makes that one happen. Corey Bird finally able to knock him down as Mason's got 4 catches on the day. High formation. See what they decide they're going to do here. Ball at the 5-yard line, as that is going to be a good carry. And only a yard there. As Teddy Lehman made the tackle. He's not been spoken of much today, but he has been around. As Teddy Lehman, 24 tackles and 2 sacks on the year. Single back here for the Titans, and that's going to be a good handoff. And Dan Wilkinson got back there. He was able to wrap him up, so he might have got a yard or might not. As Holcomb goes in motion. And they will hand off one more time, and he's not going to make it. He gets 2, maybe 3 yards, but taken down. Brock Marion, one of the guys that helped stop him, and that's going to be a field goal as the ball gets stopped at the 1-yard line. So that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Titans down big, 21-0 after 3 quarters of play. They're on the 1-yard line. They're going to see what they're going to do here. This should be a no contest, easy chip shot. As it is going to be up, and it is going to be in, barely though. He just about pulled that one all the way over. 9 plays, 61 yards, but he put it between the uprights, and that's all that matters. Try the weak stretch one more time here. As you see, the passing yards mainly over the middle, but we've thrown it all over the field. As Harrington will hand this off, and Jones will get up the gut there, get about a couple. As we'll audible this one, see if we can get the edge on this play. 2nd and 8. There's a toss out there, and Jones will go nowhere. 3rd down. 3rd and 11 here. Just over 6 minutes to go in the game, as that'll go over the middle, and Moss makes a huge catch. As it was swatted by the linebacker, but he was aware of what was going on. He reached down and grabbed it and nearly had the first, but that's going to be short of the 1st down marker, so we'll just be contented to kick this one. It's going to be long, drifting. It will be dropped here. As that is going to be a good tackle. So Titans are pinned deep out there as they tried to return this one, but didn't work out. You see 3 punts in a row, an interception, a punt, then a field goal. It's not really been really big for the Titans today, as their offense has been limited, if not completely contained. So here we go. 1st down now, as George will get the handoff, as they're trying to run the football with him now. I formation, they will hand that off to George, and he's going to break a tackle, and he'll get out there. So that's going to be a 1st down. 1st and 10 here, and Titans will throw that one. That one's going to be Dre Bly in front of that one, as he has made some huge plays this year. So 1st down, or 2nd down now, as McNair's going to throw that one in. Good catch there as Corey Bird makes that happen with a tackle. As that is going to be a flag. It looks like our guys bumped into an offensive lineman. So that's encroachment.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
As that's usually what happens on the no huddle. You've got to back your guy up, and did not do so that time. So that's going to be on me. 4:36 left in the game here. 1st and 5 now. Ball on the 43-yard line. As McNair is going to lob this one, and that is going to be knocked down. Fernando Bryant in front of that one. 4:32 left in the game as McNair's got to make something happen, and that's not going to be it. As Wilkinson gets a sack there. 3rd and 10 now. McNair is still in single back as they no huddle. As they're going to throw that one deep, and it's off the hands, incomplete. 4:16 left in the game. Single back trips left for the Titans. Back to pass, as that's going to be in and out of the hands. Incomplete. As Drew Bennett could not hang on, and the Titans season will most likely end here. As Bryant was over there and just disrupted that Bennett intended for. As you see, McNair's numbers up until this point, 10 for 21, only 85 yards on the day, so it's been rough for them in this one. Back to pass on this one. Harrington's going to launch this for Moss. Moss has got it, and he's going to be taken down inside the 5. 1st down and goal for the Lions. As Hanson will kick this one, that'll float over to the middle of the uprights. That's going to be up in and good. So 7 plays, 35 yards. And the Lions increase their lead and pretty much negate the field goal that the Titans kicked earlier. Titans with 3 timeouts, but they've got to score 3 times. And the likelihood of that happening is insurmountable at this point. Single back, trips left. McNair looking to see if he can make something happen. He'll dump that off right, and that's going to be caught. Mason gets it for a yard, but yeah, that's not going to work out for him. 2nd and 9 now. As you see, McNair's numbers, his best spot has been down and to the right. 7 catches there, and that's been more than everywhere else on the field. See what McNair does this time is this back to pass. It's going to be a beat throw there, and Fernando Bryant was in front of it as he knocked that one down. He's got another deflection today, 3rd and 9. You see Fernando Bryant. He's got 4 interceptions this season. So let's see what's going to happen 3rd and 9 as McNair has to get rid of that one quickly as Wilkinson was back there. They're going to call a timeout here, but their drive has gone nowhere but a yard. That's it. So single back. 4th and 9 now for McNair. As that's going to be a dump off, and that's going to miss the target. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Not quite, but let's see how that does. Wendell Boyd back to the right, and that is just in it. 27-3 now as Hanson was able to get just enough of that one. Up, in, and good. Detroit Lions will win this one. 27-3 in superb fashion. As the Titans never could get anything going on either side of the ball. They have definitely got some rebuilding to do. As the Detroit Lions advance to the playoffs. The next game will be the divisional round. And the Titans are just going to have to watch it from the comfort of their own homes. As McNair gives props to one of the linemen out there. Just a rough day for McNair and the Titans in this one as we go to the postgame show to check out the final numbers for both sides. As the Lions end the day with 285 yards total, while the Titans 153 yards, so pretty respectable there. Eddie George ends the day with 54 yards of rushing, as the Lions had time of possession and they had the points. Hainsworth with a couple of sacks. Wilkinson ends the day with a couple of sacks as well. McNair able to get 99 yards, but nowhere near what Harrington did. 263 yards for Harrington as he was able to find his receivers and make the play about 90% of the time. As Moss was able to end the day with 101 yards and a touchdown. So he definitely had a big day for certain. As you see Long, also the other member of Tennessee that made a sack today. Harrington's going to end the day 263 yards and 3 touchdowns, as we'll probably see here from the player of the game. It is going to be Joey Harrington, as Harrington made a spectacular game today. He made things happen. He threw the ball most of the time where it needed to go. Only once did he foul up and throw an interception, but missing only 8 passes out of 28 is superb as we'll go into the final numbers here. As you see, 258 total yards for the Lions, 153 for the Titans. As it was a very big day today. 3rd down conversions, the Titans were only 1 for 9 on the day for 11%. Lions not as good either. They were 4 for 9 with 44% completion, but for the most part they tried not to get to 3rd down if at all possible. Times in the red zone though, Lions were in the red zone 4 times. Titans were only in the red zone 1 time, and they only had to settle for a field goal. Scoring in the red zone was good, but for points, not as good. McNair is going to end the day with a 23.5 rating, 13 for 31 on the day, 42% completion, and 1 interception, while Harrington ends the day 121.6 rating, 20 for 28, 71% completion, 263 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I forgot McNair had 2 interceptions on the day, as Trotter had the other one. Rushing, Eddie George, 12 rushes for 54 yards, so respectable there. Kevin Jones just not able to get anything going, 15 for 13 on the day. Harrington scrambled out of the pocket 3 times, able to get 9 yards on the day there. Receiving wise, it was Charles Rogers who had the most catches at 7 for 69 yards, and he had a touchdown, while Bennett had 6 for 41. Santana Moss had 6 for 101 and a touchdown. Derek Mason had 5 for 45, while Roy Williams had 4 for 62, as well as Alexander had a couple of catches for 25 yards, and he had a touchdown there as well, while Kenny, Calico, and Anderson each had a catch as well in this one. Defensively, Wolf Fork had 6 tackles, while Hainsworth had 5 tackles and 2 sacks. Schulters had 4 tackles, 3 assisted. Brian Wilkinson had 4 tackles, while Wilkins had a couple of sacks. Long, Sermon, Williams, and Bailey each had a tackle, while Sermon was the only one that did not get a sack out of all of them. Then the others that made 2 tackles, Beckham, Waddle, Carter, Bullock, Rogers, and Marion, each with a couple of tackles, as well as Holmes, Lehman, Trotter, and Bird, and then the rest of the squad that had 1. As for the interceptions today, it was Bryant for Detroit who had 1, Williams for Tennessee who had 1, and Trotter for Detroit had 1 as well. As for the field goals, Nedney able to hit the 19-yarder, so he was able to at least give the Titans some points. And Hansen, 2 for 3 on the day, did miss one from about 40 yards, as he was able to hit the other one, and his longest being the 43-yarder that he did hit. Appreciate you guys watching, and it will be time for the playoffs in this one, so I hope you guys stay tuned to see how well we can do there. If we get shut down early, we'll just have to try and rebuild, won't we? Appreciate you watching. If you like the content, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell me how you feel about the team. And I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. May God bless you.